This meeting is being recorded for all those.
This meeting is official.
Yeah, I guess it is. Got a pile of stuff to go through with people today. Hopefully, the rest of the crowd will join us here. Oh, here's another one right here. Hey, Rich. Welcome aboard. And what I'm going to do is we have a new program that I'm going to introduce people to today. I'm going to take you all through the new registration system with Easy Text Ads. It's great because you don't need to use a credit card or anything. Your accounts can register their own account. And then they'll still need to be approved and verified that they can register their account without having to get a credit card out, which will make that a lot easier for people. And I'm going to go through the training site or through the commission training site because there's been a lot of changes there, and I'm going to go through a lot more stuff on the mobile apps as well. So there's a bunch of things we want to go through, and I think you guys will like the promotional that we're going to offer because it gives you a ability to do exactly what I've been saying all along. And we're just like every week we're getting a step closer to getting this stuff put together. So I'm going to go into share mode. Oh, Teresa wants to join us. Hello, Teresa. I'm going to mute all of you, and I'm going to go into share mode, and I'm going to share my screen. The good news. You can see my screen, right? Good, because y'all don't necessarily want to be looking at me all night long, that's for sure. Thank you for being here again this week. Can't believe how quick time goes by, but it does. We made a number of changes. Some of the changes have been done in order to make it easier to do business. We call it Easy Text Ads after all, so therefore it would be nice if it was easier to do. But what you're looking at right here is the salesman page, okay, at williamjmccrae.com. I'd like to thank David. He's my guinea pig again, as usual. I'm now set up as ACH because when I was sending out commission payments in the past, it cost me $25 every time I send a wire, which gets expensive when you get a bunch of salespeople getting commissions. And not that I mind that, but the fact is there's a cheaper way of doing it. It's called ACH. So I set the ACH payment system up with my bank today, and David had some commissions outstanding, so he was the first one to get paid via the ACH. Commissions were due this Friday anyway, so hopefully it goes through great for him because if it doesn't, I'll wire him the money, but I'd like to be able to just set everything up and then be able to log into my bank every other Friday and then drop you guys your commissions. As the money comes in, it goes into a special savings account out of my bank, and I'm able to make sure the money is always there in order to take care of our commitments. Okay, so back to the sales sites. This is the salesman page. What we've done is we added in this new section here. We introduced it last week. I thought I fixed that. I guess I didn't. But evidently, I didn't. We'll take you through how to do it anyway. But I want to go through the things that are new in here. First of all, the sales training pages are now set up. They're really in their very early stage of getting put together. So don't get too freaked out when you look at them. There's not much there. Before long, you're going to go, oh my God, there's too much. Just trying to keep all the balls rolling at the same time. And there's Peter. Hey, Peter. So when I'm doing that, it's difficult to keep track of everything and make sure everything gets done. And but there are a lot of really nice changes. So when you log into your commission accounts now, what you're going to see is we have a get starting thing. This is for a new sales rep. Now what this is going to be is evolved a lot further than it is today, obviously. It's going to be kind of an onboarding program for new salespeople, because one of the things you guys have the authority to do, and I think David's done a few already, is to approach buddies and friends, people you like to. We're really pretty much give anyone a chance to sell for us. If they don't drool, what they'll do is they'll go to the video that we have on our website, and you can get to it through the phone app, which you'll be downloading very soon. And once you get that, oh, this is what I did. I think I highlighted the wrong thing. Oh, I did. That's what I did wrong. Anyway, you can share the video and then let me know the names of the guys, and if they register for if they register for the webinar and they register to talk to me, and I end up putting them on the system, then you'll get paid 10% of their sales. So if they sell $1,000 something, you'll get $100 there. So I mean, you can line up 20 of those if you want, and get them all selling for you, and just be a sales manager. Oh, another person just came along, so we'll add. Oh, Melinda. Hello. So you've got the ability now to. You have a sales manager you're promoting, you're reporting to, and obviously what we have is you can be your own little sales manager in your area. So let's say you're in New York, and this is a perfect example since I know Peter's on the call. You might have 10 friends or 10 people you know in that area that you can register to do sales for us and actually make a lot of money off of their sales themselves. But the one thing I want to point out there is we're pretty well hiring anybody who can talk, and some people perform, other people don't. Those who attend the meetings, those who call me, you got my phone number, 210-379-1993. If you need to talk to me, I'll help you sell an app, I'll help you sell texting, whatever you need to do. I'll do that. But those who are interacting with the programs, attending the webinars, and calling me are the ones who are getting sales. Now, it's all new, and I realize that a lot of this stuff is kind of technical, so it's going to be a little scary at first, but that's okay. And there's absolutely nothing wrong. Don't be afraid to call. I never treat anyone poorly just because they're dumber than me. And I didn't mean, that was a joke, okay? So what I want to do is take you through real quick. So you get a new sales rep who decides to join us, and we sign the agreement. Now we don't have all these different links to send you to. They sign up for their commission account, and they get all the training inside the commission area. And what we do is there's going to be a download here that says get onboarding. And I'm just going to click onto that page real quick. And it's really rough. It's not got much on it yet, but there's the first video right here, and they click on it, it opens a full screen, and basically what that is to teach us how they can log into their profile right here, and when they do that, they'll learn how to give us their banking information so I can pay their commissions, because it's very easy for me to pay commissions. It calculates it. I just tell it to run commissions. I pick each salesman I'm going to run. It downloads a report, and in that report is your name, your phone number, your bank routing number, and your bank account number, and that gets put into Chase Bank's ACH payment, and then I send the money. It takes, they say 2 days, I was told today, but it's probably going to be 1 day usually on ACH. So that's what this video does. And then there's kind of like, this is a check sheet. Now I'm going to make a PDF version of all this to kind of step people through this. Step 1, you got to download the phone app. Step 2 is let people know, let your sales manager know when you actually register for the phone app and all that stuff. Now the phone app isn't available yet. It will be available June 15th or sooner, but when it is, that will be one of the first steps. Set up your banking account for commissions. Download marketing information. Look at the marketing information. Again, it will all be available from within the phone app. Review our YouTube videos. And plan on a weekly sales call with your salesman, sales manager, and me. I would really like to encourage everyone to be talking at least once a week with somebody. Yeah, I'm a salesman in Iowa. My sales manager is Huey. Schedule a call once a week. And this is to help you answer questions, maybe come up with additional marketing materials you may need, maybe schedule Bill to call your client and do a phone sale or something like that, or maybe we just need to do something specific, or maybe you just need to know where your problems are. I mean, that's how we've made the changes we've made, is by listening to people who have had issues with software and stuff like that. So we go, okay, that makes sense. Let's make it better. So it's an evolving thing, and your input is extremely important to me. So I have a little basic sales training stuff. There's going to be a whole lot more here, the kind of a sales 101 thing, and then a sales stats, and then finding leads. These 3 little videos, if you pop on them, they click up and you can watch them. And they're kind of a training video, more motivational. I'll talk a little bit about the product and stuff like that, but they're not in any specific detail. You also want to be able to order your business card. Here's a template. You just go to ClickMagick, pull that template up. Not ClickMagick, you go to Vistaprint. Pull that, you just click on that. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. You just click on the link, it takes you to Vistaprint. You create your account, and it's about $8 to get your cards printed, about 500 of them. This is the template that I've created. Now, you put your email address there. If somebody has if they want a dave@roimarketingsystems.org, they're going to have a Google Suite account to read their email. And it's not a big deal. It can be done. Jen did it, so that means pretty much anyone can do it. So all I did was take this template, dropped our logo on there, put my ugly keister, my name, my phone number, and then just a couple of websites. Very simple card, because it's very inexpensive to do it. So this will get evolved quite a bit in the next week. Well, I'm going to be a little bit more realistic. It's probably going to change consistently. I haven't even had a chance yet to brainstorm. There's David. How you doing, buddy? I haven't had a chance yet to brainstorm this with Jen at all, so I can kind of figure out what would be a great onboarding thing. Jen and Huey and I are going to spend a little time making sure that this is just a little bit more detailed, so that when you're going through this training, it's a little bit more useful than we got here. But I wanted to give you something so you can see what the plan is. Okay, I'm going to go back to the general sales commission portal. We have a sales training area, which is here. I'm going to click on that. And your commission payment, past webinars. And then I have a whole bunch of stuff in here on selling mobile apps. And I'm going to create, what I'm probably going to do is separate this into separate pages. I just realized today I need to make it look a little better than what it does. But this is for selling mobile apps. Here's a video on niche apps that we're going to have available for you to run our new program on. If we click on that, you see it's just a little video. Now, these are generic videos that are being put together by an association of mobile app producers. So you can watch that, and this one is for real estate. I will have probably 8 or 9 of these videos available very soon. And when I announce my program here in a few minutes, you'll understand why. You can also preview mobile apps by going to this preview your app. And it doesn't seem to want to work on an Apple, but you end up putting just a code in here in the email address. Maybe it will work. Okay, so what happens is when we create, I love it when it works. We create a app, and we have an app code for a client. And that can be previewed either at this website, or you're going to be able to do it on your phone yourself. We see here's what this app looks like for this. It's a real estate company, and you can go in here and actually show them on this page. This isn't my design. This is a generic app that's available, and we will have many apps that you can do. Now, you're going to be able to do this at this preview app website, and you'll be able to do it on your Android or your iPhone. There's apps you have to do that. We'll get you to training on that in the next few days. But So that's this page here that will allow you to do a bit of a preview. It's very simple to do. Links to training videos on mobile platform. Like I said, we have an association of mobile app producers. Rather than reinventing the wheel, we've got a generic mobile platform system because we all use the same engine. Okay, so I'm clicking on this. There are literally hundreds of videos here. How to do certain things. Now, I'm going to pick through these videos because I'm building a platform where your clients will be able to log in and do things that they want to do within the app. So it'll be made up of a lot of these videos. But you can see there's how you do reservations, reviews, phone apps. This is a real estate app, how you set a real estate app up. You don't need to go through all this stuff, but you might be able to find things like one of the things we want our clients to be able to do is send push notifications to the people who download their apps. Well, this video here is when it teaches them how to do that. And they'll actually log in to this page here, login.rimobileapp.com/login, and they'll be able to do that themselves right from our generic login page. So this page here is available for you to go if you want to look through all that stuff. A lot of it is how to build the actual apps themselves, and that's okay. You don't really need to know any of that. What I'm going to do is when we go back to our platform where the clients can log in to interact with their mobile apps once they get them delivered to them, there's going to be this page without the word login is going to be all the training on how to do everything they need to do within the portal so that they can log in, send push notifications, change menu items, harvest orders. We actually have another app called Skipper that will allow you to interact via your phone. So when a client gets an order for a pizza, it pops up on their mobile app called Skipper. So they can change prices, do all this stuff, all really from their mobile device. Very cool stuff, a lot to learn though, okay? So you can preview the app at this site right here, previewyourapp.com, or you can download an iPhone version of that system, which is what Jen and I have. By clicking on this link here, it's going to take you out. You got to be, let's say, you surf to this page on your iPhone, and then you click on the button here that says install now, and it will download it and install for your iPhone. If you want to install on an Android, you go to Android and you pull up your QR scan and you scan that there. So let's say you build and this is something I'm absolutely willing to do, so try me, you'll find out. If you got a guy that's selling, I don't care what it is, let's say it's a pizza parlor, and he would, and you want to go in and show him a preview app before he ever buys it. It's not a big deal for me to pop into our system, take a template that's pre-done for a pizza parlor, slap their graphics on it. I just need to go to their website, grab their logo, grab their information, some pictures of pizza, slap it in there, and you can go in there to talk to him about the app and actually be able to pull up your phone with this app on it and type in that, what we call an app code, into your phone and show him exactly what his app would look like. And then, that's going to get him a little bit more tuned in to, look at this. Yeah, this is cool because I'll make it look pretty. I mean, the pretty is simple. The thing that's going to matter is functionality. So if you're on Android, you can do that by scanning this or just going to the Android or Google Play Store and searching for App Previewer, or Preview Your App is what it's called. You might be able to pull it on Apple's App Store, but I don't know. Now, when you do that, you might get an error message that it needs to be that it's not a safe app to use. Because it's not something that's going through Apple's store, you have to go in and give it permission to display on your phone. No big deal. I'll have a video on how to do that here before long. So, so here's some examples of app codes you can use already using the phone app or that preview thing that I just showed you. ROI Market, that's our phone app that we're working on for us as an organization. It's not in iTunes yet. We're waiting for iTunes to approve, or Apple to approve our account so we can get it going 100%. and have it published out to. That's why, and it takes them 2 weeks to approve your account, and then another 2 weeks before it will post anything. And when you submit an app to them, they might reject it because they want this or that or whatever it is. We'll find all that out. I got people that are actually going to troubleshoot that up there, and it's one of the things that are my buddy Joshua and Tony are going to be worrying about. So here's a few different app codes, and I'm going to give you a bunch of examples. Okay. Now, once the client has the app and they want to be able to do something, change menu items, send out a push notification, which is essentially a text message. They can do that to all their mobile app downloaders for free. This is where they log in. They'll click here. We'll take them to this page here, and they will have a username. There would be their email address and the password that I give them. Now, this is when we develop the app. Then they'll log in, and this is what they'll see when they log in. And I'll have all the training videos how to do this stuff in on the ROIMobileApp.com site without the login part, so that we'll be able to teach them how to do these things. And one of the things they're going to want to do is they're going to want to go in there and send push notifications. Now, this is like an email, but it's a push notification, and it's just as simple as you pick your how you want to do it. You say compose a message. Here we are. Show up for the meeting. Okay. And I'm just sending this to the Progressive Web app. And boom. Send. So, I mean, that is how easy it is for them to send push notifications, which is exactly like a text. They get read as often, sometimes even more so than a text message is. If they're already an existing client, and this is something that none of the companies that I've downloaded their phone apps does. If they would send me a notice, hey, Bill, we're having 25% off pepperoni pizza at Mod Pizza this week, I'd say, hey, Laura, we love Mod Pizza. Let's go get a pepperoni pizza. And we would. And I do love it because it's like paper thin crust, and I don't do a lot of carbohydrates. So anyway, there's tons of people with phone apps, and very few of them are actually maximizing their return on investment because they're not using them right. They're not setting up loyalty coupons. They're not setting up what's called GPS coupons. So when you're in their area, they can redeem their loyalties by checking in. There's a lot of things that we can teach our clients, so we'll become more of a consultant than necessarily a salespeople. Now you got to sell it, but remember that the sale is going to have some teaching in there. We will have a lot of that training in at this website right here, ROIMobileApp.com, available to them, and it'll be one of those things where you'll say, okay, I want to show you where it's at, and then you can watch the training at your own leisure. Okay. And very few of these videos I'm going to make. We're going to probably have them made by Tony or Joshua. So you see, I just sent that message out to all people who are looking at our mobile web app. I could have sent it out to all types. I only had this published in one type, but I could have sent it on all that. So it would have been all the people who have my Android version, all the people who have the iPhone version would be getting a message. They'll be able to come in here and even, manage things like their graphics on their website if they want. I would discourage some of that. They can add features. They can go in there and, if they want to change their YouTube channel sort of thing. Again, we'll have all the training in this area. They come into this area, edit their YouTube channel, put the new channel in, whatever they want to do. They want to change the book a call with Bill, or they want to change their social media sites, or they want to actually see the food orders they got. Now, there's an easier way for them to do all this using the phone app called Skipper. And as we get going along, we'll train you guys on how to use Skipper, because ultimately it's going to be your customers are going to want to be able to interact with the app and the orders it's taking and all that stuff, so that you have one place to go to send notifications, to get orders, to interact with people, to publish promotions. One of the things you can do here is like you can go in and add a loyalty. I don't have loyalty in this particular app because I don't think we really, yeah, it's under promotion. So you can go in there and do a new promotional program. Okay, you can add a loyalty stamp. You can add tiered loyalties. There's just a whole bunch of stuff you can do. So I'm not going to go into this any further because it's several hours worth of training, and I don't think you guys are really in the mood for that. But whether you are or not, this is going to be something that's available for our clients. It is now. When we have orders that are actually published, they'll be able to log in here even before they're published in iTunes. They will be published as a Progressive Web app, and they'll be able to log in here and make adjustments and stuff like that and be able to interact. So you have a phone app. You need to use it to interact with customers, send notifications, actually market and make money. I mean, that's where they're going to actually do that. Now, they'll have a mobile app version. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there'll be a mobile. That's a picture of my wife. There'll be a system that's called skipper.io, which will be downloaded as an app they'll have on their phone, which will let them do push notifications and check for orders and even update coupons and stuff. So it'll be a mobile version of that particular app. Very cool stuff, okay? This is where you're going to have them log in. Selling and text marketing, like I said, I'm still got a lot more to do. But what I'm going to do is break this into some different pages, one on just mobile and one on text selling. And there's going to be a whole lot of stuff available from these sites. I will even make it available for you to download the documentation and the presentations and the PowerPoints. I really don't want to do that. I want one place to put it. But since none of you have this app yet, I can't do that. So we may put that stuff on the website for now. And then once we have the mobile app deployed to everybody, you can use that system instead. So, cool. Let's go back here. Registering an easy text account. You need to register for your own account. I hyperlink download the phone app instead of this, so I have to apologize for that. But what I'm going to do here real quick is show you how simple it is to register for an account. You don't need a credit card anymore. You don't need to do anything but go to download phone app or actually to register your account. And I have to create a new account. Oh, I can't do that. Let's go. Oh. I got to think of any email address I haven't used yet. We'll use that one. Okay, phone number. One thing that's important to do here, this phone number, you have to put the 1 in front. I'm going to talk to Tony about changing that. But for now, you got to put the 1 in front. Now, why do you need to put the phone number in there? This has to be a cell phone, and this has got nothing to do with the text messaging that Easy Text Ads sends out for your clients. This has got to do with us confirming that you're a real person. We've already had problems with people getting into the accounts, trying to send out text messages that shouldn't. So we have the security built in there to solve that problem. I'm just going to go ahead and put in my personal information here. Amount due today, 0. Unless I screwed something up. For now, you have to have the 1. I'm going to have Tony fix that to where it automatically puts the 1 in front and puts brackets around it and stuff like that. But for now, you got to agree to our terms of service and create an account. Okay, successfully done it. So what's going to happen now is you're going to try to log into your system. And when you do, it's going to come up and say, enter the verification code now. Unfortunately, I can't remember what email address I used. I think it's this. Oh, I already have my account. But I mean, that's all they're going to have to do. But there's a step missing in there. When I created the account, it's going to send you a notification via text. And once they get that notification via text, they just have to type in the verification code in there, and then their account's set up. Now, it's going to put a message up here that says you can't send messages out yet, and they won't be able to send messages out until we assign them a number and approve their account. If you send me an email, just an account just signed up, or if they file a support ticket, it will get done very quickly. Especially if here we go, Mark's trying to, especially if I'm notified, I'll hop in there and approve their account. When I approve their account, basically all I do is assign them a phone number so that they don't get any nasty messages from clients, and they will respond. And when that's done, I also approve them to use a link shortener so they can use bit.ly.com, and then I immediately give them authorization so that they can send messages. And if they want to go buy messages, they just go to billing and go through that process. Now, I still have to update the Easy Training website, but one thing I want to point out, all the training is right here. Every step has this little help button. They click on that, there's a little video that I created, helps them through the process. So now there's no longer any reason for people to to not register for an account. They don't have to spend $500 or $50 or anything. And they can buy, whatever their limits are. Let's say buy, it creates their limit. I went through this last week and how this stuff works. None of that's changed. The system works fine. Now, getting results with the message, with the texting, is a completely different horse. And most people are going to fail at it, so we're going to spend some time training you guys to understand what works and what don't work, okay? The messaging is important. I have a video on that. But so is the landing page. If you send out a great message, everyone clicks on it, and they go to a landing page that requires the visitor to have a PhD to figure out how to use, you're going to get no conversions. So the easiest thing for people to do is to have a mobile app, and the text messages download our mobile app, because once that person downloads the mobile app, the messaging is part of the monthly agreement fee, so they don't have to pay anymore. So let me go back to our training site. You can come in here, and I would encourage each and every one of you to sign up for an account if you have a problem, and you probably will. It's going to be the phone number where you got to put the 1 in front, or the verification code. If it gives you a bad verification code, I've had it happen. Tony says it's fixed. I doubt it. Most programmers always say shit like that. Anyway, if you get a verification code and you type it in and it don't work, you can generate a new one on the spot. Usually the second one always works. So it's a little get me going on here, but just be aware of it. So everybody here, everybody can register for your own account. Now, you ain't going to be able to send any messages out unless you want to spend money, and that's entirely up to you. I'm going to close out on this and go back to our training site. So that's a big step right there. You've been able to register your own account. I will fix this hyperlink right here. I can fix it right now if you want. Give me a minute so I can do it before I forget. My memory is not too great. I got what's called CRS. I cannot remember shit. I'm sure you've heard that one before. Okay, download app. Oh, shit, that was the wrong thing. Okay, so now when you click on that link, it'll take you to register just fine. Cool. The phone app ain't ready yet. It should say June 15th. The Easy Text training site has been updated. I still have a little bit more work to do on it. You can look at the Progressive Web app if you want to. Click on that to go right to the Progressive Web app. This is basically our mobile application. When you do that, you want to request an account. Type in your username and password. It will send a request, and once it's approved, you'll be able to log in and keep track of things. This will be the same username and password that you use when the regular mobile app comes out. Once I get you in the system, I got to add your phone number, and I got to also be able to set you in a group. Because the way it is now, if somebody who isn't an employee, or if we terminate somebody, I go into a group setting and just delete their account, and they may have access to the app, but they can't see anything or do anything. So go to the Progressive Web app, register for your account. Here is our new YouTube channel. You can click on that. These are the videos that I'm making for really everything to do with ROI marketing and ROI mobile. You can go there. Basically what it's going to be is mostly you're going to see me coming out with videos pretty much at least 3 to 5 per week of just kind of like training videos. But you're also going to see me how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. So you can see last week's webinar. Those will probably not be there because I'm using the cloud hosting now. But you can go in here and see how the training works on any of these. Now, what's going to also happen is we're going to use these videos to create what's called a vlog. One of the things you see here is called a blog. It's really a video log. I can't write very well. My typing is it's just horrible. So I don't type post very well. So what I'll do is I'll do video messages, and they'll be like this, and then people can just a regular blog, and they can come and watch the blog, and they can. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm also using a mobile syndication program called Hootsuite, where every video I produce is going to get syndicated, which means sent to or shared to multiple All right, got it. It needs to be shared to multiple social media sites. So a video that I produce, I want to send it to LinkedIn. It gets uploaded to YouTube, gets shared at Facebook, our fan page on Facebook, gets shared at Twitter, gets shared at Instagram, and gets shared at LinkedIn and LinkedIn groups so that we're able to start spreading our own message out. So certain messages I will syndicate that way, other messages I won't. I'll be using a program called Hootsuite, which is someone else's program that you can rent for $15 a month to syndicate the content and then also manage the conversations, because one of the things we're looking for is we're looking for engagement. Now, I already get engagement from some of the YouTube videos I do. I get people asking me all the time, hey, dude, what's going on here? What's that? And as much as YouTube is not really high volume, so you want to talk about quality. We launched a product last spring called, someone else wants it, Steve. Hey, Steve. Called, what was the product? We launched a JD Zoo product called Bulletproof Email Solutions. And we sold, over 300 copies just from YouTube videos. So YouTube is a great source. So I'm going to do a lot of YouTube videos, and then we're going to syndicate it out to all these social media sites to get people aware of who we are and the fact that we can bring them both text marketing and mobile apps. Okay. Now, one of the great things that we're able to do, so we got the blog coming along. These apps, if you look at a pizza parlor or you look at a restaurant or you look at really, if you're in a specific niche, like a realtor, the only thing different from one guy to the next is it's kind of their data that they enter in there through through our portal, and the graphics, the pictures that they want to have in there. So I mean, if somebody wants a standard cookie cutter, or what we're going to call boilerplate type of phone app, we're going to offer to them at an unbelievable deal. And this right here is called the app rental program. And if you click here, it's going to download a PDF file. I'm going to spend a minute on here. I came out with this. I shared it with Jen and Huey. They had some good ideas here. Basically what this is when somebody buys the phone app, it's $1,000 and then $99 a month. We do have a payment program of 5 payments of $250 and then $99 a month. This makes it even easier for someone to get into the phone app. So what they can do is rent a phone app from us. Okay, rental program, just like renting a car. We would put the graphics on it. It would be one of our standard templates. I wouldn't customize. I wouldn't spend hours integrating in, reservation systems, stuff like that. They would have access to it. They will have their own app code, all that stuff, but it'll be a standard template. If they want to buy customization, they have to buy the app. If they want a rental deal, it's $125 a month. Now, their normal maintenance and hosting fee is $99 a month. Now, keep in mind, that price includes all the text messaging they want to do via the phone app. It also includes their ability to manage their orders, use our Skipper IO system, and basically run their business through our phone app that we build for them. So really, we're looking at $26 a month more just to rent it from us. So how this is going to work is they got to give us $199 down payment for the rental. They have to go to Apple and sign up and get their own Apple developer account. Everybody who buys a phone app will need their own Apple developer account. We can't host them for them. They have to get their own account with Apple. It's not a big deal. I have instructions that we can make available to them via PDF that will walk them through the process. It's a bit of a pain in the patoot with Apple because you got to have if you already have, I have multiple Apple IDs on my iPhone that drives me batty making sure I have the right one, but because I have one for the mobile app, one for this, one for that mobile app, one for it will make it crazy managing it all. But the fact is, if you got already have an iPhone, you can friggin' download. You can create a developer's account. It's $99 a year. They'll have to pay that. Price doesn't include that. So what they're looking at is $199 down. We will deliver them the phone app within 2 weeks. They will take at least another week for it to be, or 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks for it to be approved by iTunes. Now, Google Play for Android is snap, snap, snap. It's a lot cheaper. There's not a big process of getting accounts approved there like Apple, but they can have that and they can have the iPhone all for the same price. They're going to want both. And they'll have to create their own Google Play account. We publish it to their accounts for them, so once they're ready, they can always make changes and update things, and we'll actually manage that for the most part for them. When Apple changes things, it's not unusual for every friggin' app to have multiple functions within the app, or we're going to call appies within the app, that need to be updated to continue to work. So that's part of their maintenance fee they're paying every month. It's like, it's just mandatory. They cannot host these apps themselves. They have to be hosted by us because we handle the texting and communicating. Nobody else provides an app where the owner can host them on their own host. It doesn't work that way. It's actually service and maintenance. I'll have more information on that later. But they can pay $199 a month, $125 a month, and use the app as long as they want to. If they want to convert and buy it, it's $1,000. And then once they convert and buy it, we will actually be more than happy to add in any custom integrations that they want to do within reason. I mean, we can't make it pull rabbits out of hats. The functionality that's available is the functionality that's available. I can talk to Tony and we can come up with some cool things, but we're not necessarily going to have a video game in there, for example. Okay. So you grab one of our custom pre-built apps, that's what it is. If they want additional features, they better buy it, but they can actually, anybody can come up with a couple $100 plus $100 for their Android account, for their Apple account, and be having a phone app and it's $125 a month after they pay to get it down and all that stuff. Okay, they're going to get a custom app on it. I reserve the right to put one page of advertising for ROI marketing systems on each app. In all honesty, I probably won't, but I want to reserve that right now in case I change my mind. And it has been taking up to 2 months at times for Apple to approve things. They're not so bad right now, so I hear. They want to buy it out anytime. It's $1,000. We remove all ads. We do any additional customization they want. This is all negotiable. Remember, if you cut the price, you're cutting your commissions. Okay. One thing I want to point out, maybe I did already. This $199 is yours. You're getting 100% of that down payment. I'm getting none of it. I'm building it up. I'm putting all the labor. And when you guys get these sales, so we can start building some recurring fees here. And this is a program where really you got a guy with a food truck. He can afford it. If he can't afford it, then he shouldn't be able to do it. But we want to make this deal so good that nobody turns it down. Now I have a phone app. Okay, we can help them print out the brochure that has the little QR code on it, so their clients walking in the door can scan it and be able to, download their phone app and start doing business. That's cool. We'll provide all that stuff and the training they need to do and access to the system to send their notifications and manage their loyalty programs and handle their orders and all this stuff. Sounds complex because it is, but it works, okay? Isn't that cool? If they rent an app or if they buy an app, they will get a 25% discount on all easy text ads. In other words, they will pay 75 cents per credit instead of $1. So 25% savings. Now, why am I doing that? Well, look, we love selling them the app and stuff, but we want them to really be successful. Sending out the messaging, giving them something for the client to download, for the phone person to download. Download our free app and get a free 50% discount off your first pizza. Or whatever deal you can have, someone's going to likely download that app, and 88% of people read it. How much action that person will take is going to completely depend on how, excuse me, I'm going to let someone else in. It's going to completely depend on how good the message is, how good it is. So here we are, we have the ability to walk into really any customer and say to them, are you afraid of going out of business because of Amazon? Why don't you make them afraid of you? Seriously, they can stand toe-to-toe with the biggest competitor. You have a guy working out of his garage. My office here in my house is right next to the garage, so I'm not far from that. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, all these guys started in their garages, right? So you have a guy in his garage bagging up Kratom, which I love, by the way. And he can set up a phone app and get it going and use text marketing to spread it. And then each app can be set up with a share button on it. So the home screen has a share button. So when Laura is talking to my next door neighbor, Judy, and Judy and her are talking about, hey, yeah, I got this great deal with this pizza parlor. I got 50% off my first pizza. She can share the app. It'll go via text to that person, and as a result, it's going to grow for you virally without spending any money on texting. So there's just a ton of things. There's a ton of things we can do with this stuff. So now you got the text marketing as a way of growing this thing. You have the lower price for those clients as a reward for them buying the phone app. Once they get the phone app, they don't have to send messages to existing clients. They need to send messages to prospects. The prospects are the important thing because they are the new customers down the road coming along. So, hey, you know what? I got my existing customers taken care of. I can set up programs. I can send them messages. I can reward them for their loyalty. I can make sure that I'm going to get more out of that customer. Now, here's the fact that I probably pounded down your throat a couple times already, but you're going to hear it again anyway. It's 9 times more expensive to get a new customer than it is to maintain an existing customer. And if you're really good at being creative and coming up with great loyalty programs and your service is good, you can kill your existing clients and grow the amount of business you're doing with the existing clients for nothing. $125 a month? Okay, now, somebody wants to buy the app, that's fine. We'll do custom integrations, we'll work with them. It's still the $1,000 price and $99 a month for the phone app. We'll get the 25% discount on texting. There's no way to manage that. You have to tell me. And I'm going to be involved in every phone app, at least initially, and we'll come up with systems as this snowballs on us. But just think what you got in your grab bag there. I'm walking in the door, and you want to grow your business. I'm going out of business. I'm having problems. $125 a month. You can have a mobile app, and you can text it out, and we can build in all these features that are going to bring about all these benefits. So this is the new program. If you go to the training site, right here, sales training, right above your commissions, you'll see this app rental program download. Click on that and you can get it. Now if you need a Word version of this, you want to write up proposals, whatever you want to do, that's fine. Just let me know. I'm only one person, but I'm on speed. I can handle anything at this point. I really want everyone to be successful with this, so this makes it easy for you to accomplish that. Really, any size business. They could be spending $500 a month on a stupid ad for a local HOA magazine. Getting, they could put a phone app in and be making 10 times that. Every business can afford a phone app on this program. And they can afford to use the text messaging. Because with easy text ads, remember, you've done two things. The messaging, yeah, you can get messaging dirt cheap. That's not what it's about. It's about the leads that we have, 125 million leads that they can send messages to. But what are they going to send a message to? Call me and we'll set a deal. No, just those things don't work. Keep in mind, to make something work for your customer, it has to be paying free. When you're prospecting, you don't want to send them to a web page that requires a PhD to know how to use. You want to send them to a simple one option, yes or no. I'm going to download this or I'm not. So if you're going to do text marketing, what a great thing to do. Phone apps. Allows that client, that customer. Okay, I sent out 500 messages and I had 50 people download the phone app. There's 50 opportunities to increase your business tomorrow if you use that phone app right. So then it becomes a matter of engineering your clients to think a little bit like marketers here, where they're actually going, okay, what we're going to do this week is we're going to offer Martini Wednesday, and we're going to do martinis for $4.95. I don't drink anymore, so if I did, I'd probably be arrested again. So I don't do that. But I mean, just saying, they could send a message out to all the people that downloaded their phone app and say, Martini Wednesday, or maybe it's Martini Monday. Okay, you go in for your $4.95 martini. And you use your royalty, your GPS code. So what happens is they use their GPS coupon to get the $4.95, and you as a store owner gets a notification that this person came in the door and checked in to my place of business with the phone app. So we complete this process where we know where the customer comes from, why they're in the store, and if people actually use these features. If they don't use these features, it's your fault, okay? We have the ability for our clients to get tons of benefits out of what we have to offer. But if they just download the phone app and say, well, people can place orders, that's all I wanted, they are missing the boat 10 times. Truly missing the boat. There's no reason why they can't send out that message and double their business overnight. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about one more technique I'm using. Today I went to a meetup. I don't know if you guys are familiar with meetups. It's a meetup.com. It's basically a service for $10 a month where you can create a group and then meet once a month at a restaurant or something like that to bring a group of people in of like-minded interests, and I'm a member of a marketing brainstorming group. I just joined here in San Antonio. Okay. They're walking in the door, and there's this group of people who look like, their eyes are glossed over, and they're a bunch of business people. I'm not there to sell them anything. I'm there to discover what's going on. Okay, what I did was I passed out my card to a dozen people, and we talked, and they discovered that I actually know a little bit about marketing. That's their big challenge for this industry. Meet up, blah, blah, blah. Everybody likes me. I don't know if they like me, but they got my card. People want to do business. Okay, you can run your own meetups every month. It's like $9 a month. I'm starting mine up too. My whole thing is join us, and we'll show you how to double your business in the next 90 days. That's a really compelling offer. And the fact is, I'm not going to sell them anything. They're going to get a PowerPoint presentation where I'm going to show them how to double their business. And I'm going to use social media, because if you don't use fan pages, you're missing a huge opportunity. I'm going to show them the text marketing. I'm going to show them the phone app. I'm going to say, by the way, I own 2 or 3 of those. So, and as we get more and more success stories, we'll be able to call back on people. So I can do a meetup once a month and bring in a dozen people and just talk about what I'm doing. Now, you can do the same bloody thing. You can set up a meetup group at $9 a month. You can go set up your meetup and say, we're going to meet here once. And here's how you start. You join a meetup, and you don't become a group owner right away. You go to a few meetings. You learn the ropes, what's going on. Okay. I do a lot of working with people at my local church, so I'm very verbose and love talking. And I've done a lot of public speaking, so I'm not afraid of any of this stuff. So I go to these meetings and basically take over the meeting today I did, because nobody knew anything about marketing. It's a mastermind group of small businesses, and they don't even know how to create a YouTube channel. And I'm like, my God. I mean, if you are a restaurant and you're cooking yummy food, do you know some of those YouTube channels out there? Like there's this guy, Sam the Cook, he's in San Diego where I used to live. He's got close to 1 million people following his videos and gets 60, 70,000 views of every video of him cooking food that I wish I could eat, but I can't because I don't want to be dead next month. If you have an all-over personality, it's a great way to promote whatever your business is. I even know a guy up he's in San Marcos, who owns a polycarbonate. I used to be in that business 25 years ago. Sold millions of dollars worth of polycarbonate. Anyhow, Chad, he does videos on that. You would think, oh, there ain't gonna be millions of people watching this video. No. But everyone who does is a highly qualified account, and they get calls. So YouTube marketing is what I talked to these guys about today. If you're not doing it, you're missing the boat. If you're not doing text marketing, you're missing the boat. If you're not doing a phone app, boy, you're missing the boat, because there's this tidal wave coming at you. If it's not Amazon, it's going to be someone else, and they're going to put you out of business because you can't run your business as efficiently as the other guy. Category killers in every area. Okay, I would hate to be a cab driver 15 years ago in San Antonio, because it's all Uber and Lyft now. It's like that everywhere. Who would have ever thought? I got my phone with me. I got a flat tire. I just call Lyft on that. I got my ride home. I mean, everything is changing. And if our clients don't evolve, change, and get with the game, they're going to miss their opportunity to stay in business. So basically what we're offering people, to be honest with you, is not an elective, like, well, I can't afford to. They either do or they go out of business. How many companies out there do not have a phone app yet? You'd be surprised. At least 45% of the companies out there want a phone app and haven't even started the process. They think they can't afford it. Now, here's why they think they can't afford it. Most of these companies out there are selling these phone apps for $3,000. And honestly, you take a template, you copy and you duplicate it. You throw in the guy's clients, in a matter of 3 hours, you made $3,000. Wow. Give me 50 of those a day. And that's why I'm like, I want to make this so that the average guy can afford to do this, okay? I want the average guy to be able to afford a phone app. That's why the rental program. That's why the payment programs. That's why the texting to help them grow. And so they're not getting tidal wave. But understand something else about the phone apps. When the typical phone app company out there sells a $3,000 phone app, they got their order. They're really excited. They do their thing and they're gone. They don't really want to even talk to the guy again, do they? Oh, he's just going to complain about his phone app. They don't coach them. They don't teach them how to make money with the phone app. They don't show them how to use the push notification. They don't show them how to do loyalty rewards. None of those things. Phone app company got their $3,000. As long as you're paying $100 a month for the hosting, they don't want to talk to you. Us, on the other hand, we're a little bit more conniving than that. We want to sell them text marketing. We have new services coming down the road, which will include transactional email, search engine optimization, social media services. We have all these things we'll add to the pipeline in the next year, between now and the end of the year. So we're not interested in getting one order. We're interested in establishing a relationship, having deep penetration with the client to where we're selling them all these services and making the most amount of money on the client, return on investment by the client, by actually doing a better job than our competition.
Very great.
Nothing less than that will do. So that's where we are. We've got a lot of things done. As I go through this, I'm a little shocked at the amount of progress. Well, I've been doing all this between me and Tony, and the amount of work being done, considering when I sit in this chair, it puts pressure on my hip, which is why I move around so much. And the pain is excruciating at times. I have been getting a lot of stuff done, and I love it. And I'm going to keep getting lots of stuff done for everybody. And if you can't tell I'm enthusiastic about the company, about what we're doing, the business, and you folks, then you've got your ears plugged. I am excited for you guys. There's a lot of opportunity here. We've come up some great programs. You get leads, you need help, you pick that phone up. Everybody can call me at any time. You can call your sales managers. My phone number is 210-379-1993. If I'm not available right that minute, I will call you back. And just be prepared to have your ears ringing because I'm going to talk your ears off. So my voice is going out on me because I've talked so much. I hope you guys see stuff if you want something different. If you need something different, let me know. I'm going to come up with a pile of text, how to sell text messages coming up. I've got just my to-do list is, I don't know, 20 pages long. I am crossing things off every day. And thank you. If anybody's got any questions, somebody just did something. Chat. Hi, Bill. Do you list the features included in the generic phone app rental? Yes. What's going to be available is you'll see it if you go here to sales training. I don't have it yet, but I will have it. How's that for an answer? Called punting. Okay, there we go. Video by niche, we can build apps for. Those videos are going to be essentially the generic version of the site. Essentially, it's going to be all the functionality a business truly needs for that niche. Obviously, a bar is going to be different than a church. Churches, election campaigns, schools. I went to a meeting in Atlanta 2 years ago with a very impactful meeting for me because I went there as a public speaker, and it was in 2012 is when I did it. It was quite a while back. They had a phone app for that meeting. So I downloaded the phone app, and it basically had all the events, what's going on. I think it was 2012 or 2013. No, it was 2013. It was an Affiliate Summit East out in New York City. I believe that's where it was. And I could kind of see what's going on, find out where meetings were. What a perfect thing. I mean, if you're going to run a meeting every year, maybe you buy a phone app. But if you want to rent one for 3 months, set it up, learn how to use it, run it for 3 months, and then terminate the deal, fine with me. Events are a great thing. There's where I used to live in Modesto. Every year they have a blues festival there. I know because I used to own a music store, okay, and I had a lot of fun. I love playing guitar, as you can probably tell. I had a stage that I owned. I had all the lighting, the full lightings, flashing lights and strobe lights and all that stuff. And I had a PA system that was unbelievable. And we used to be one of the companies that they would hire. I had the mixing board. I had a giant mixing board, and I used to be able to run sound. My partner and I used to do that. We get paid, $1,500 a piece to go do the sound, and we hired a couple guys to lock in the stage is heavy. We assemble the stage up, put all that together, do all the lighting. And then we try to sync it with the bands. But we put on blues festivals in Modesto every year for like 5 years. And the perfect thing to have a phone app for. A rock band, you can stick their music in here and they can sell music through their iTunes. So, you can have like a sample music and then go buy it here. Click, boom, connects, draws it right over from iTunes. Boom, boom, boom. Bands, got a touring band, get your phone app. Think about it. One of my favorite bands, Kansas. I should call them up and say, hey, dude, you need a phone app. Got new concerts. Here it is, events. Push notification, I'm coming in your area. You got the loyalty. You check in when you're at the concert. Everyone who checks in gets a free graphic or something. Just think of what a band can do with this thing. Oh, share my music, boom. It isn't a matter of what can be done. It's a matter of people thinking up and being creative. And we're the salespeople. We're the marketing consultants. We can guide people, and we can answer them. And anybody wants to brainstorm what we can do for a client, I'm here. Call me. I get lonely. Just got news. Rainstorm coming in. I just love phone apps. Okay, I'm tired. Any other questions? Nothing else in the chat. I am going to say thank you guys for being here. Really good turnout tonight. I think this is our biggest group. Hopefully you're getting emails we send out through the platform. I'm very hopeful that maybe next week we'll have the phone app ready to download. But by the 15th for sure. Apple can be strange. Now, our phone app is going to be in a private store, which means you'll be able to download it. It won't be available on iTunes or Apple. It'll be available for that device, and I still have to pay them $100 a year to do that. But it will be downloaded from our own site. So when you get it, you'll have to give permission for the app to run on your phones. But it's only for us. So thank you, everybody, for coming in, being here again tonight. Go have dinner with your spouse. Do whatever you normally do. I look forward to seeing y'all again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care, and we'll see you next week.